But that game yesterday, when you have a rookie starting out as your right guard, a guy without a lot of experience as your left tackle starting out that game, how do you not base your offense on running the football? Especially when you see your defense out there for as long as it was, especially when you see your defense getting beat up when they're out there for as long as they were. You run the ball. This is what was scary. Speaking with John McMullen from the stadium yesterday, who was down there in Dallas, obviously, he said that a lot of the RPOs and the RPOs and the RPO offense, obviously, sounds redundant. That's where the runs are going to come from. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you shouldn't leave the option there for the quarterback if the objective is to spell your running back. It's to give him a break. It's to give your offensive line a break. None of that makes sense. If you're the head coach of this team and you're the play caller of the Philadelphia Eagles, you know what that means? Maybe you should actually give your quarterback that break and your offensive line instead of saying, oh, maybe this is where they'll get the break. It's just beyond me. So now you're also giving your quarterback two things to do as opposed to one thing to do on every play. Because no matter what, even on the read option, he's still got to make the decision as whether to keep that ball in the stomach of his running back or pull it back and make the throw. He's only reading half the field, so that, I guess, helps him out a little bit. But in the long run, why don't you just, when you see the original game plan isn't working, how do you not even default to a run game? And all that's a rookie head coach and a rookie play caller, more importantly. Because when you talk about a guy as a head coach, you're talking about a guy trying to motivate guys. You're talking about a guy trying to put in a good game plan. But when you're talking about a guy who's calling plays and he sees the plays aren't working and he makes no changes, no adjustments after that, that's where the concern really starts, because that's where a guy starts to really look in over his head. And I can't help but to think, looking at him last night, he looked like he was way in over his head. I know there was frustration on the sidelines. You could see him yelling when he had to throw the challenge flag for the big play down the sideline that the Cowboys did not reel in, and he was definitely pissed off at that. But, hey, look, it was an easy challenge to win. 1 foot was down. He was out of bounds. But you could see the frustration boiling over on the sidelines yesterday. It was a couple of different scenarios. One was the penalties, obviously, Derek Barnett being one of them, as I mentioned earlier. The other was the fact that you just couldn't get anything going offensively. I mean, 21 points, 7 of them were scored by your defense. The self-evaluating, I know Nick Sirianni always says he likes to look at his, every coach says he needs to look at the tape and see how they did. This is another scenario where you're not going to be too happy where you're looking at the tape. But I don't know how you need to watch anything when you see a run-to-pass ratio of 16 to 2 at halftime. It's baffling. It's baffling, and it's wildly concerning.